Hello. I don't know where to go with this one. It's probably going to offend a lot of people, which it will. But it's got to be said. Obviously, you know that I've got my Bible and I've been going through it with a fine tooth comb. And obviously we've been learning about consciousness and learning what it's about and where it's from and what we really are, etc. Obviously we know that we live in a Truman Show. We know this. We know that they like to create a reality for us. They like to keep us controlled. That's what they like to do. And everybody's becoming awake. Everybody's becoming awake. You know, everyone's having this spiritual awakening, if you want to call it that. Or everyone's becoming enlightened to the lies and what's been told. That's a fact. A lot of people are still down living in dreamland and being controlled and believed in everything what the news and papers and everything says. Well, that's up to them individuals. One day they will awake and they will see the truth and what we've all been coming out with for God knows how long. Now the thing is, we all go through adventures in life and we want to beat the system. That's what it's all about, isn't it, Pete? It's beating the system, getting one over up on the system, being a freedom fighter. But there's more to it than that. There's more to it than that. And it's not about let's just destroy the system, because we're going to have to create a new system, which we do, believe it or not. We do create a new system. We create the new kingdom. It's in the prophecy. So, we do all these laws and learning languages and legalese and learning interpretations of what things mean and etc. Learning the straw man, learning that we're not a fictitious entity anymore. We're learning that we are a man or we are a woman, depends on which sex you are. We don't do thems and feminines and blah blah blahs on here, thank you very much. We keep it real. We've got mental disorders. Anyhow, well, that's the work of the devil. That's the work of the dark side. Push that shite. So, where do we go? What do we do? Obviously, you know, I've been doing my paperwork. That's what I'm saying. These things take time. You can't rush this shit. So I'm going to give you an enlightenment. Now, obviously, we know the corporation of the fictitious entity is fraud. We know it is what they created, the dead man lost at sea of the maritime law. We know this. Alright? We know that the surname is a corporation. What they need us to commit perjury upon ourselves and commit fraud. Remember that. That's what they want you to do. Now, obviously, our Creator gave us the wealth, the land, and the minerals. He gave us everything. We know this, and that's what they've stolen from us. But they've created an illusion. That's what they created. Paperwork, believe it or not, is an illusion. See, when I'm speaking to you, and you're watching me now on the screen, who's talking to you? Who is actually talking to you? Is it the avatar of the body talking to you? Or is it the meeting of minds? It is the mind what is talking to you. My mind. So whenever you're going to have a speech or talk, you think what you say before you talk. Every action has a thought process. And you'll be like, where are you going? I'll tell you where I'm going to go. Straight to Genesis. That's where I'm going, straight to Genesis. So when I'm sat there and I'm reading it the other night, and I'm interpreting, I'm looking at it, I'm going, fucking hell, this is getting a bit deep, this can't be. But you've got to look at the words. In the beginning, He created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning. And you're like, what do you mean in the beginning? Always question everything. Question everything. Question your reality that you live in. So I'm like, what do you mean in the beginning? In the beginning. In the beginning. I'm like, can't be. And it is. The consciousness of the Creator had a thought in His consciousness. He created the heavens and the earth in His numpty, in His head. The explosion of the universe is one. He created everything in His head. Everything. He colonized everything in His consciousness. With His thought process, He created everything in His mind. Light. He created light. Frequency. Frequency is matter. It's that simple. It's a fact. He created everything in His consciousness. Everything. He created the earth in His consciousness. He created man in His image. He created us because we are Him. But we just don't realise that we are the Creator's consciousness. We are the divine. We are the one. We are the light. So what's happened is, peeps, these elites know exactly who we are. They know we are. They know we are the divine, the Creator. That's fact. That is a fact. So they've created this world to control us. They've created a God. That's right. They've created a God. They've created an illusion. They've created an evil God. They've created religion. Jesus tells you, don't follow religion. Jesus tells you that. Tells you in that book. Tells you. But Jesus was not from their God. Jesus is from the higher Creator. That's where He's from. He's from the higher light. That's where He's from. Not from theirs. So they created this an illusion. They've created this low consciousness to keep you down here, to keep you controlled, to keep you as puppets. That's exactly what they want to do. They don't want us at the top of the pyramid, the high consciousness. They don't want you there. They need us down here, controlling us. So they created all this nonsense to control us. But who controls the world? Religion. Religion controls the world. We're going after the wrong people. We all think that it's bankers and, courts, police, kings, queens. We're all taking our attention to them. And now while all these lot are all laughing at us. Now I know why they were shitting themselves over me. Now I know why they got cold feet around me. Because they know I was challenging them. It's the church that controls everything. Everything, all these elites have to follow the church. It's that simple. They created an illusion. They created a false God. Their God is Lucifer. Well, even with Lucifer said, don't touch the children. Even Lucifer said that. He said that. But they've created an evil entity. That's what they've done. An evil God. To keep us trapped, to keep our souls trapped down here. That's what they've done. To keep us on a low vibration. I know it sounds bizarre, but it's not bizarre. It's a fact. Everything's in that book. Mental. Absolute mental. I was like, you know. So I wanted to bring man back. Even I got it wrong. That's what I'm saying. We've got self-awareness. We know who we are. We know we're a man. Or you could be a woman. Depending who's watching. Depending on who you are. But we've got self-awareness. We know of our surroundings. We know where we are. But we don't know our true written self and who we actually really are. We don't know who we are. And I've said it loads of times. When find out on who you are inside, then you'll know. I know who I am now. We're the divine. We're the one. The one. We are the creator. It's that simple. We're the creator's consciousness. This is just an avatar. That's all it is. We're his thought process. And I was sat there and I was like, can't be. It is. You know, when you have a deja vu and you go, oh, I've been here before. Have you been here before? Or has he been here before? I mentioned it before with psychics and astral travellers and remote viewers. And they go, well, how did they do that? Some people believe it, some people don't. That's completely up to you. But in the Bible it says, oh, you're not allowed to do that because it's classed as witch, black magic and all that shit. It's not. It's just, they say that to keep you away from the truth. So they put it on a low frequency. They put it on a low consciousness. Because it's clues to the truth. So when people are having these visions, they go, well, I've just seen, you know, telling a man or telling a woman what they're saying. They go, how do you know that? How do you really know that? I don't even know you. There you go. Or an astral traveller will go to a different dimension, or will go to a different world, or will go wherever. And they'll come back and they'll see things, and they'll be like, how do you see that? That's what you've got to think. Or remote viewing. When people do remote viewing. And the military do remote viewing. It's all there. The documents have been leaked before that the military used to train people to do remote viewing. But how do you do remote viewing? What is remote viewing? Remote viewing is going into your consciousness and seeing somewhere where you're not supposed to be. And you can see that room or see that wherever. But you're like, but how? How does that happen? The reason why all that lot can happen is because what you don't realise what's actually happening is you're actually tapping into the creator's consciousness. You're tapping into his consciousness. Because you are the creator, that's why you can tap into his consciousness. See, a lot of people, you know, the brains aren't functioning properly yet, or they aren't awake properly, they're not using the brain correctly. You know, everyone's individual. Everyone's got their own paths in life. Right? But you can master it, you can tap into these sort of things, meditation, etc., and be taught. But I was like, this is right. It is right. So when you're tapping into this creator's consciousness, that's why you can see, that's why you can get messages. Because the creator was that man or that woman that passed. Right? It's that simple. Already passed. Because the creator was that man or that woman. That's why you can tap into them. That's why you can tap into the creator's consciousness and find out about that man or woman, or find out about that child, etc., or see car crashes or aeroplane disasters or whatever. Because the creator's seen everything, because he is us. Because we are one. We are all one. That's why it happens. That's how they can do it. But that's sinking. You'll be like, that's a bit deep. And it is a bit deep. So there's your explanation on why psychics and astral travellers and remote viewers can do that, because they're tapping into the creator's consciousness and not realising that they're tapping into the creator's consciousness, because you are the creator. It's that simple. Like I say, they've created this demonic god, this evil entity. That's what they've created. I know it's going to cause a bit of upset for people. But hey, it's not my fault that I've got that book, right? I'm just saying how it goes. Just saying as it goes. So we're not bringing man back. We're bringing the creator back. That's who we have to create. We have to create and bring the creator back into this reality of light. Create the illusion of paperwork. That's what I'm saying. When you understand contract law and the way contracts work and information, I send you a letter of facts. You've got to rebut it. You have to rebut it. If you can't rebut it, then that contract stands. That's a fact. And that's why my contract will be in a mathematical format, the Santex Quantum Grammar, because it's a fact, it's maths. It reads forwards and it reads backwards and it says exactly the same thing. There's no verb in it. It's got its positions in the logos and vats. There's no prefixes and modifications of words. Fact. So that's beating on that one. You reverse everything around on what they've done to you. Create your own born identity of the avatar. Because that's what this is, an avatar. The consciousness of the creator is in this avatar. But we just don't realise that we are the creator. I know it sounds like I should be in a loony bin. But it's a fact. Our thoughts and our dreams are not from this world. That's what I'm saying. In the beginning, he created everything, the existence of everything. The creator created everything in his consciousness. Everything. Because our minds have been wiped, we don't realise who we are. Why do you think they kept the tree of knowledge away from us? They didn't want us to have the information. We had to earn it. We had to learn. I know, it's a bit of an headbang this one, but I know what path I'm on. I know what I'm going after. I'm going after the evil ones. That's who I want to go after. And I'm glad I've not rushed this. I am glad I've not rushed it. And I'm now happy that I know who I am really. And you know who you are now. You are the one. You are the divine. You are the light. Because that's what everything is. The flower of life is light. Frequency is light. Everything is light. So let's go and have some fun. They've got to prove you wrong, people. They've got to prove you wrong. And that's what they don't want you knowing. I knew the truth had come. And I've seen comments before on the page telling me it's all satanic and all this lot about the religion and everything. And at the time I was sucked in. And I was sucked in. I was sucked in. And I went, it can't be. And people were right. And there was right. But it's a learning game. Learning game. But now you can put all the puzzle together. It's about control, people. We've played the game far too long and controlled you lot too long. It's about time now that you know who you are. You now know that you are the creator, the divine, the one, the light. That's what I'm saying. It was right with Jesus when he come down. But he's not from that God. He's from the higher consciousness God. He's from the one. We will create the new kingdom. We create it. So let that sink in. Tell me what you think of that one. You're going to be like, oh, fucking hell. That's what I'm saying. You go through these paths in life and you look at bits and bobs. But that's what I'm saying. Since I've had that book, since I've had that Bible, my head's gone, what the fuck is going on? I wasn't ready for that book then. But I'm ready for it now. And it's going to piss a lot of people off. It will piss a lot of people off that you've all been victimised. You've all been controlled. You've been controlled into a cult, into a religion you thought was a religion, but it's not a religion. You're actually worshipping evil, an evil god, a dark entity. That's what I'm saying. Even Lucifer turned around and said, "Don't touch the children." Tells you that. Have a look at the book of John. Mary Magdalene's. That's what I'm saying. You're going to be like, fucking hell. That's why they got rid of all those books. That's why they got rid of Enoch. That's why they got rid of them all. Because there was too much information in there to wake you up. They got rid of all that lot. They created the 66. 66. And we all know where that number goes. The 66 is the lower vibration, the lower consciousness of the Holy Trinity pyramid. The bottom is the low consciousness, 666. The top is the 777 of the high consciousness, and that's where we need to be. So I'm creating the illusion. I'm creating the paperwork, which is basically an illusion. Right? It creates something in this matter world. It creates something. It creates an illusion. It gives you hope. It gives you faith. It gives you the get-go. Like you've got some piece of paperwork in front of you that think that's going to end it all. But realistically, we don't need paperwork. We just need to use this. We just need to know who we really are. Once we all find out that we are all the Creator and you all agree, you've got that much power, you won't need any paperwork. None whatsoever. Because you'll just go like that. It's that simple. We'll all just sit at home. And we just won't comply to their bullshit no more. We'll still do. That's what I mean. It goes mad, do you know what I mean? It depends how deep you want to go. You know, we'll all have to go to work still and carry on and do our bits and bobs, but we just won't listen to them silly bollocks anymore. You see what I'm saying? We'll tell them to do one. But they've created the divide. And that's why we have to create an illusion paperwork. Because once you've got that illusion there, that illusion then wakes up other people. It gives people power, it gives people hope. And that's why we have to do what we have to do. And that's why we have to create paperwork. Unfortunately, we don't need it. We just need this. Well, hey ho. I hate reading that book now. I hate it. Not in that way, but I just, every time I read it, I'm like, oh no, not again. Because everything's there. Everything's there. I'm like, fucking hell. And that's what this book's been like. It's been frying my head. I'm like, it can't be. And it is. All the facts are in there. That's what I say. All the Egyptian stuff's in there. All the Anunnaki stuff's in there. Even the stars. Everything's in there. I'm like, fucking hell. Well, that's what I'm saying. That book's come to me. It's come to me for a reason. It come to me so I can basically give you my information, my journey of that book, my wisdom, basically, of that book, and try and translate it into my interpretation to give it to you. But at the minute, it's simple. With a Creator. That's it. We are the one. Who would have fucking thought that, eh? We're the Creator. And that is what they don't want you knowing. Told you, didn't I? I told you we have power. Anyhow, tiddly-dee. See you on the next one.